Anthony. I like how there's people from Chicago, they're like, there's no way they're higher in murder than us. No fucking way. I gotta see it for myself. Number one. We're number one in murder. I didn't put any points on the scoreboard, but I'm just rooting for my home team because I'm here. I have to. How you guys doing in New Year's resolutions? You guys accomplished them? I'm a few weeks away from accomplishing mine. My New Year's resolution's been the same one for 8 years. It's to survive to the next year. Shit's real out here, guys. I moved here from South Florida because I was tired of humidity and a team that always seemed like it was going to win but never came through, and figured I'd come out here for the same fucking experience. All right. I should have known crime was bad. When you're in the city and you get pulled over and they're like, look, you could pay this $160 ticket, or if you look on the back, that's a job application right there. We're hiring. So how much of a work discount have you ever had before? It's $160 you could save today. It's pretty good. I'm not a really big fan of cops when it comes to like racial profiling. Like as a Hispanic man, look, not all minorities with expensive cars sell drugs, okay? Some of us stole the car. Drug business is competitive out here. Everybody's got a fucking small business. It's ridiculous. A lot of my friends don't like cops. I love to keep track of all my friends who don't like cops because if things ever get hard for me, I'll just fucking rob them. They call the cops. Cop shows up and they're like, look, you don't even want to know what they just said about you. It was horrible. You need to talk to them first. Also, can you help me with this TV real quick until I get in the car? And then you talk to them. It's ridiculous. Public service announcement, you should never complain when you see 6 cops pulling over one car. So that's 5 cops that are not fucking with you. Let the hyenas feed and run, gazelle. Just run along. They're distracted. Make your way home quickly. I'm okay with police. It's the PC police that drive me fucking crazy. You know, the people who are like advocates for free speech but telling you 100 things you're not allowed to say. Anyway. Oh my goodness! Like you can't say masturbating anymore. You don't say masturbating. First of all, it has the word master in it. That's not cool. You have to call it self-care. You have to call it self-care. And if I'm being honest, I self-care three times a day, guys. It's all about my mental health and well-being. I'm doing me. Thank you. See what I did there? It's good. Did you guys check your privilege on the way in? You guys checked your privilege throughout the day? Be careful. They're out there checking privileges, guys. Pull out your ID cards. You can't call them homeless anymore. All these people make all these homeless jokes. You can't call them homeless. You have to call them mortgageless. Mortgageless is what we're going with now, because no mailbox means no bills. And who's the real winner at that point? If I'm being honest. Can't say they're unemployed. Can't call them unemployed. You have to call them musicians or comics. Just what they prefer to be. You know, it's crazy. You can't call them the mailman anymore. You can't say it's the mailman. You have to call them the person. I don't make the rules. It's just how it works. I've gone so far to prove to my friends that I'm not transphobic, that I'm not racist in any way, that I started dating a trans black man. And I thought that if I brought photos of him and I together, that my friends would be supportive. But I would show them like 6, 7 photos of us together, and they were like, this is a 26-year-old white blonde girl. And I'm like, but she identifies. Thank you, it's a funny joke, I appreciate it. Trying to have sex with a girl, and she said that she don't have sex. She don't have sex because she's on her period. But if I'm being honest, I pulled some strings, and it's a funny joke, thank you. Christmas is coming up. Growing up, my mom, we thought we were broke, but then my mom found out about Jehovah's Witnesses, so we were just religious at that point. My mom didn't know much about Jehovah's Witnesses. She just knows that you don't buy birthday gifts or Christmas gifts. She's like, that sounds great to me. So we are now. It's a joke. She didn't like the dress code. Anyway, but every Christmas, we always had 2 things. We had a tree, and it was covered in lights. And that was my mom's way of saying, guess what? We live indoors, and we have electricity. Merry fucking Christmas to you. But now, what I've done for money is I've come up with this whole plan that's really great to help save parents from having to lie to their kids or expose the lie. Like, hey, Santa isn't real. Also, our marriage is a lie. I never loved your father. Anyway, so for $400, I show up to your house dressed as Santa with a prop gun that I borrowed from Alec Baldwin. Should be fine. And then I pretend to die. And the experience is so traumatic for you and your children that they never tell their kids about Santa, because that would make them an accomplice, and they never want Christmas gifts again because it's too traumatic to even think about. You guys might think it's crazy, but you try living that lie. All right, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. Christopher Anthony.